Hey everybody, so today I've got these things, 3D printed molds. I have previously used this one, so they reuse well. I just printed up another one so that I can experiment, and if I fill one and then have left over, I might be able to fill another one here. So these will make coasters where the bottom side here is the top side when I'm done. And I'm just gonna get them prepped real quick. They're made two-piece so that I can more easily demold them. We want to make sure that it holds the pattern on the bottom here and also nice edges and everything. So by making it two-piece, it makes it a little bit easier and more likely to succeed. And also, I don't have to sacrifice the mold and I can get another use out of it. I may have used this. This might be the third time. But, so, what's different about it this time is it's going to be a little different because in Tipsy brew fashion, we're going to use some coffee grounds. We're going to mix that in. It was a Tipsy Brew Discord request, and I'm doing it because it kind of sounds cool. Obviously, I'm not going to have a ton of coffee in there. This coffee is going to go half and half to each of these, or maybe even less than half and half, because I'm going to mix up enough concrete, hopefully, to fill both of these. But we'll see. In a different Discord, there's a coffee-related, and actually coffee robot-related, Secret Santa. While I talk about that, this is silicone. This is probably not my top choice to seal this up. I think it is a different kind of silicone that's better than this. But I've used this, and it's because it's what I have on hand. And it has worked, and this is kind of like low exposure to the concrete, so that's just what I'm gonna use. I don't need a ton either. I'm just basically using this so that the liquid doesn't the water doesn't kind of get pulled from the mold. But as I was saying, in a different Discord, there's a coffee related Secret Santa. And so I'm thinking, I can't remember if the user that I got is the actual person. Actually, no, because it's not in the Tipsy Brew Discord. Oh, but he's in the Tipsy Brew Discord as well. Either way, I can't remember if he was the person who said, hey, you should mix concrete in with the, coffee in with the concrete. But lucky him, he's gonna get a coaster. Hopefully, if this works. If it doesn't work, I'm going to release this as my apology for not getting him a second part to the Secret Santa, because the Secret Santa is we exchange local coffee. So we got the silicone in there. That's all you really need to do. I'm going to give this a chance to set up, and then I'll be right back. Although I should find something to kind of clear the squeeze out before. No. I'm gonna let the squeeze out set up, then that way I can just come in with a knife and just kind of see if this is set up. Mostly is. All right, now what we have, got those Silicone is in there. It's not like 100% set up, but it should be good enough for holding water. Ugh. Silicone on my knife. Not a big deal. This is a random orbit sander, and this is going to help me vibrate the molds once the concrete is in there to kind of release any air bubbles that might be trapped in there. It's not absolutely necessary, but it makes things a little bit easier. Sorry for my reach, but I gotta get back to the outlet on the other side here behind the computer. All right, I think we have everything we need. I'm gonna start doing things and I'm gonna talk about it as I go here. So the first thing I was gonna do, canola spray. I was gonna spray the molds, but I'm gonna hold off because I forgot that I have to measure all this stuff out first. The way this came about is that the new Tipsy brew stand is hopefully going to be concrete. There are pictures of that on the Twitter feed now. Hopefully by the time I release this video, I have a little bit more progress on that. However, I don't know if I'm going to because I had a little bit of an issue with the 3D printer. It's also something I got to fix. But anyways, so for a small batch like this, I'm going to weigh this stuff out. If I were to be doing this on a larger scale, I'd probably just measure it out by like scoops. I'm going for a 50-50 mixture of the concrete to aggregate. The aggregate in this case is some sand. This is just like a general purpose sand. Oh, and this cement is Portland cement, type 2. I don't actually know what type 2 means. Somebody will. Just gonna kind of, it got a little chunky, so I'm gonna try to smooth some of that out just a little bit. So the aggregate in this case is gonna be that all-purpose sand and the coffee. Did I already say that? Coffee. But here we go. I'm gonna do 50 grams of each, and I'm gonna put that in my I'm gonna do 50 starts as like all right, we got a decent mix. Now, you might be thinking, how are we going to tell if it doesn't really look like it's any different here? How are we going to tell when the product is done, whether there's any coffee in it at all? You might not be able to. And considering that it's not showing much here, and actually this is really small, in my experiences, you can see that that's more brown, right? You can't really, can you? But in my experiences, when you have this amount, if you add water, it seems to shrink. Don't ask me why. But that's just the way I feel. So I think I need to actually add more to this. This sand, it's probably a little bit better to get fine sand rather than all-purpose, but this is what I have. And I say that not because of structural reasons, but because of the size of the molds we've got. They're pretty small. So this size mold with, a piece of aggregate like these here, that kind of takes up a large portion of it. And if we want to catch that real fine detail, then the smaller aggregate would be better. All right, so I've got this Sika Pro Select concrete bonding adhesive and acrylic fortifier. This tends to make it just flow a little bit better, and also it cures harder and faster. So about 10 grams of this. Of the water. And do close to 30, but I might go Oh, so 35. And see what happens here. Move everything back. This is gonna help us with the release. You want it to release nice and easy from the mold. And this tapping, I don't know if it does anything. All right, get a little bit in here. I know I've got enough to fill one of these, so let's start filling both of them. Whoa. This, I know what you're thinking. It looks too thick, but just wait. Oh, this is looking good. I got more than enough to complete these, so that is a good sign. And as you tap it, you can see you kind of draw it into those corners. You see that in action? See what I mean about how it kind of gets like really soupy as it settles in? Oh. Dreads are kind of uneven when I hit it too much on one side. And so those bubbles coming up, that's good that they're coming to the surface, because you don't want them on the bottom, because that is our end surface. This is excellent. I like how this is going. We don't see much coffee, but we will see in the end. And the coffee might just ruin the whole structural integrity of this thing, so we'll see about that. What did I screed these with before? I feel like I screed it. We're still getting air to the top, so that's good. Let's see about using this. Might be a huge mistake. Let's see. No, it's not that bad. Oh yeah, it's getting some air there. Oh, I wasn't in view. Oh, this is the way to go. I was fucking around with tapping these two together. I should have been doing this the whole time. It's pulsating so that I don't lose control and stuff goes all over the place. Oh, look at what's just happened. I wish I could say that was good comedic timing, but I did not mean to do that. Alright, because this one's going so well, I want to put it down and get to the other one before it cures too much. Whoa! Did you see that? That was terrifying. You know, call me crazy, but I feel like there might be some brown color kind of showing up around the edges here where the water is really hitting it. I don't know. Anyways, I think I'm done. These now have to sit here and cure. They look good. I'm not going to futz with them anymore, even though there's some air bubbles still coming up. But so much air came out of this that I gotta believe that the bottom surface is looking great. So we will see, though. I may eat my words. But for now, we're done. Greetings, everybody. It's been about 48 hours. We've got our two coasters here. One of the tests that I tend to do with this is I just take and try to depress a fingernail into them. And these aren't really leaving a mark. So I think they are good to actually take out of the molds. We will find out. Big experiment because of the coffee grounds in these. Now, you may notice that they are two different colors. That's just because I was kind of smoothing out the bottom with some sandpaper. But I only did it to this one. I figure it'll be a little bit of an experiment to see if it works out better if I smooth out the bottom before demolding or after demolding. The color of these are interesting because they do look, or at least the unsanded one looks very different than the other ones that I made. The two others that I did make, one was using a charcoal cement color pigment in it, and another one was just the regular gray without any pigment in it whatsoever. We'll see if the coffee makes any color difference. But so now, how do we demold these? Well, as you remember, this is two-piece. This is the ring, and then this is the base. Now, I purposely designed it. You can see that gap. It's like just kind of a fillet to make sure that the ring does not butt against the base around the outside perfectly. And that gives us plenty of space to take something like this metal putty knife and slip it in there like that. But you want to be slow and gentle with this. I'm going to take it over to the edge of the work bench to, like I said, slow and gentle. Oh, that's another thing. You remember we put the silicone in there, so you got some elastic pull to it. There we go. Oh no, that's not great. I don't know if that's salvageable or not. But you can see all that stuck there. It shouldn't be stuck there. And this is fairly brittle, so I'm wondering if that coffee like really affected it. So now if you just go around and push, oh yeah, oh, the coffee definitely affected this. Hold on, I gotta get something to kind of collect this here. I guess that'll do. I was hoping for a little bit bigger of a piece, but that's what came off. Wow. So, Secret Santa, there's your coaster. I don't know. I think I've got to make some coasters with 0 coffee in it. I mean, I still have all of the same ingredients that I was using out. This is even the same mixing cup. Man. So I gotta try this again. This is unbelievably brittle. Wow. And you can't see any of the coffee, but you guys know I put it in there. I'm just kind of looking at it. No, I don't really see anything. I gotta follow this up with an experiment. All right, let me demold this one. See what's going on. I think I'd be even more surprised if this was any different, but let's get to it. You see the silicone, that's normal. This one came a little bit cleaner, but I gotta imagine it's gonna do the same. Yeah, it's just super soft. It's gonna start to crumble. And now, it's been 48 hours, which is really plenty of time. So, I don't know, I think I gotta do another set without any coffee and see if I get the same result. This is just insane. I've never seen anything like this. And this is why I even really have these molds, is because these coasters are pretty small. You obviously saw how much effort I put into actually mixing this up. It's not a ton of effort. And so I want to experiment on really small things like these coasters. I don't want to put all of a bunch of effort of putting like the full Tipsy Brew base level effort into an experiment, because that is a lot of effort, and I will show you guys that in a future video.